Happy Devils Thursday. This is the Let's Go Devils podcast post-game. I'm your host, Sam Wu, streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Title of tonight's live video podcast is titled Awful Devils Lose Another to the Penguins 5-1. Yeah, I was expecting something in the third period, but not tonight. Good teams figure out resolve their problems. And the Pittsburgh Penguins made sure that the Devils were not going to even think about mounting a comeback. Scotty, where's Scotty? Scotty's held up at work, so he may join us shortly. But I will do the Devils' unhappy recap. First period, Crosby gets things going. 41 seconds into the game. Here we go again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, haven't we seen that? From Letang and Rust. 1-0 Pittsburgh. And out of all people, Matt Tennyson, first goal of the season, scores midway through the first period. Boquist and Murray with the assist. 1-1. The game was tied 1-1. And then it just went downhill at the end of the first period. Penguins up 2-1. Not a big deal. Second period, all Penguins. Rust, 19th goal of the season, assisted by Sidney Crosby. Gensel. Kapanen scores just a few seconds later. Pathetic. Change of goalies. And the Penguins scored shorthanded, make it 5-1. Yeah. Well, third period, nothing happened. The game was over. The game was over a while back in the first period. And Nick and I got a lot of private messages, direct messages, emails about our last night's podcast, how we were just telling how it is. I don't know if I want to really be talking about that, but you know what? Let me tell you something. A little personal story. I had a bad day today. Just a bad day. You know, you're working hard. Things happen. Just bad. And all I wanted to do is just come home and watch the Devils game. Maybe see a victory. And then when you see this kind of performance, you're just like, same old Devils. Just want to see a win. Omar writes, Sam, if Fitz didn't reinforce the team by bringing some talent, it will be the same history next year. Yeah, it seems like history seems to be repeating itself with the New Jersey Apollos. If anybody listened to last night's podcast, I likened the New Jersey Devils as a hedge fund. Because that's what they are. It's not a hockey team. Yeah, they do some marketing. Some marketing gimmicks. Here's a reverse retro jersey, looking good. Yeah, maybe we'll send a couple Hockey Fights cancer pucks that are smudged up. Yeah, they'll still paying us anyway. Matt Freudenberger writes, ownership sucks. Ever since they changed the goal song, there's been a curse. Uh, well, yeah. I mean, remember when they did change the goal song? It's not so much they changed the goal song, but they didn't tell the fans. What? I mean, that was already kind of the first inkling of what was going on. I remember it. They played the old goal song during preseason, not a problem. Opening night, Devils score, and everybody's ready. Everybody's ready. You're just going to belt out, "You suck." And then the song plays, and it's Bon Jovi. I think it goes like, "Not in our house." Everyone booed. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I remember. That was the first time I've ever heard boos when the Devils scored at Prudential Center coming from Devils fans. There is a disconnect between upper management and the fans. We want results. We want wins. And you tell us to be patient, but where do you draw the line in the sand? Especially when Lou Lamoriello is doing pretty well right now. Across the river. How much longer are we going to take this? All you hear are excuses, excuses, excuses. And one fluke year where Taylor Hall has a Hart Trophy season. Other than that, there's nothing exciting. We got to figure this thing out. But this is awful. The Devils are closing in on being the worst team in the NHL by record. Personally, I think they are the worst team in the NHL. Not because of a lack of talent, but something has to give. Something has to give. I'll tell you what, I think Binghamton, the city of Binghamton, is actually the lucky ones. The lucky ones, the Devils AHL affiliate is moving somewhere else. Because they don't have to deal with this god-awful team, this organization. They may be the lucky ones. Utica, here we come. Here comes Owen Power. You know what? If I was Owen, I wouldn't want to come here. This is going to be a long rebuild till they get it right. I'll tell you what. The Devils, need to start winning before they do any more marketing, any cute social media gimmick, or any of that crap. I want them to focus as an organization on winning, even if it means firing people. And I'm not saying Tom Fitzgerald. Something has to change. And you talk about team culture. And I'm talking about fan culture as well. Wouldn't it be great, morale-wise, if this team start winning? Rob writes in the Facebook Live, accountability, it all starts and ends with accountability. Of course. I've been daydreaming during my bad day today what Devils fans can do to kind of force ownership's hand. But then again, do you really trust them in decisions, even if you do force their hand? Because anything they touch, it just starts losing. Andrew writes, you guys are pretty negative lately. Where's the positive love? Oh, I'll give you some positiveness. Hey, we're young. We're going to get a high draft pick. Come on, Andrew. This is not negative. You're just telling me how it is. I mean, honestly, wouldn't you rather have me tell the truth than just be a PR spin machine for the team and say, hey, the future looks bright. Oh, we got the lowest cap space, lowest salary. We have so much cap space. We've got draft picks. We're young. We're getting younger. Oh, they're just doing it right. Come on. Come on. Tell me. You fans out there on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, tell me what I want to hear. Tell me if I'm being so negative. What is there to be positive? I mean, they can't even get their Hockey Fights Cancer autograph pucks right. I've seen some of those smudges. You got to be kidding me. It's an insult. Steve writes, tired of hearing the weaponizing cap space BS. Well, it's really not BS. You know why? Because this is a hedge fund, and that's what we do. You know what? You know what they should start doing since this is the New Jersey Apollo Global Management. Fine hedge fund, by the way. Great returns. Some great moves, like when they bought, I think it was Elvis Presley. Was it Elvis Presley's albums or Beatles? No, I think it was Elvis Presley's album. I think they bought it for 185 million, flipped it for 900 million. I mean, these guys are geniuses. But let's get back to hockey and this hedge fund team called the New Jersey Apollos. Around the Prudential Center, they had that like digital display. Maybe they should just start doing the Dow Jones Industrial during the game. Trade this team publicly, just so I have a vested interest. I can say, hey, I'm a shareholder of that team called NJD, stock ticker. I'm losing my mind right now because I don't have Scotty to just take me off, talk me off the ledge. Tell me how I'm doing. It's rough, Daniel. Rough, not Rupp, as coach. Would I keep Lindy Ruff as coach? Yeah. Again, I don't blame Lindy. I blame other people. Matt Freudenberg, who is worse, the Jets or Devils from an organizational standpoint? Well, I wouldn't say the Devils are that bad. I mean, you're talking about haven't won since Joe Namath, the big Super Bowl. I don't know. Let's not talk about that. But we should talk about accountability. And again, it's like, they try, but you get no results. And who could they bring in to kind of shake up this organization? Who can the Devils bring in to really get this thing going? Because right now, if I were a free agent right now, unless the Devils grossly overpay me, I wouldn't come. Why would I come to the New Jersey Devils? They don't even have a team identity right now, other than they're the youngest team in the NHL. Oh, yeah, Mike Rossi. Yeah, that's part of my bad day, too. What's worse is Dogecoin taking a major crap today and yesterday, or the devil. You know what? What's worse? You know what? It's all the above. Dogecoin was my ticket to buy the team from Joshua Harrison and David Blitzer so we could turn things around and establish the NFZ defense. Alan is watching. I had a bad day, Alan. I had a bad day. And this just is cherry on the top. Devils lose again, 5-1 to the Penguins. Oh, did you see that big hit that Nico Hischier had? Did anybody see that Nico Hischier hit when he laid out Will Butcher? That just says it all. And that was a nice hit, Nico. Obviously, it's by accident. Being sarcastic for those that don't understand sarcasm. Shoot for 18 straight losses, says Rob. Hey, you know what? As long as it guarantees the first overall pick. This team is bad. Real bad. And yeah, I know Scotty would say, he'll rattle off some young players and all that. And you know what? It was good to hear Dano talking with Cangelosi about, what Dano had to go through in the 80s. But that was only 5 years. This is going on forever. With the exception of one playoff appearance. Well, we are horrible, Joey. We stink. This team isn't that good. I'm going to social media hop. Whistler writes, yuck, in the YouTube live. Is this the worst Devils roster ever? Is the goalie of the future currently on the team? What upper echelon free agent would want to come and play for New Jersey? Says Whistler. Kenny writes, bring Jacques Lemaire out of retirement. Yeah, for fun, I would say, yeah, let's do it. Here's the problem. I don't think Jacques Lemaire wants to even go near this team, this organization. He's a hockey guy. I don't think he's exactly an analytics guy. I don't think he work well with the hedge fund type organization. I'm looking at the clock. Not so sure if Scotty's coming on. We'll find out very soon. I feel bad for all the broadcasters that have to play by play this crap. But I will say though, this podcast will always be there for you. We'll always tell you the truth or give you our honest opinion. But at one point, remember back in the day when fans, just not hockey, but just fans of all sports, they would start chanting the coach's name or whatever must go. If they don't turn this around next year and they're still in last place, it's going to get very ugly. Very, very, very ugly. And spare us those focus group meetings about how to improve the New Jersey Devils. Just go out there and win. Win. And once you start really winning consistently, then turn on the marketing machine because we'll eat it up. We'll pay top dollar for winners. Trust me on that. Oh boy. We're getting to the top of the hour. Well, I would like to thank everybody for joining me in this little bitch fest called Let's Go Devils podcast post game. I don't know. I just hope to see something. Hope to see something. All right, everybody. I'm exhausted. I had a bad day. Thanks, Omar. I appreciate the encouragement. It's not easy doing these podcasts, especially solo. But you tell how it is. All right, well, hopefully everything turns around tomorrow. I'll see you all later. Sunday. We're going to have something special. Till next time, let's go Devils.